Tanse Kina, Niti Sinagashin. My name is Pat. So I kind of want to talk about what I was going through in the past years with my astral projection, and 8-10 years ago when I went through my astral projection. So I was going to tell you my experience of what happened, and the reason why I'm going through this is because I wanted to make this video for people out there that are that want the truth of what's really going on in our unknown realms. You know, the things that we don't see, basically. The things that we don't see. Some people call it the third eye, or you know what I mean. Like the third eye, you see things, you can connect with things that we're not like. You can connect with things that most people don't connect with because we lost that connection, you know, and then we were basically like our mind was closed down by all these different negative toxins like alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, sugars. Like that's why people get diabetes and stuff like that. People get we are drinking coffee and all those negative, foods that we eat, sugars and stuff like that. Like me, I have that problem, that same problem. I still drink coffee. I still have sugar. I still have all these negative foods and stuff like that. I do smoke cigarettes, but I stopped drinking and I stopped all that negative stuff, all those negative toxins that I was putting in my body. So, and the only reason why I got into that drinking and stuff is because I was trying to close out my mind. It was like an escape from that. Because because when I astral projected, like I was clean and sober for about 3 or 4 years or so before I even did that fasting and stuff like that. So I try to find ways to get out of it, right? I tried so many ways to get out of that state to stop whatever was happening, but I couldn't because it was something spiritual. Meds didn't help. Nothing. I tried everything to freaking close it down, and I didn't ask for it. So apparently, like people were calling me crazy, calling me all this stuff when I was experiencing these things, right? So that's what it comes with astral projection. So that's why I'm kind of giving you guys what to expect if you're going to try astral projection, if you're really ready for it. Because when I did astral projection, the first time I did it, I was pretty scared a bit. I was kind of like, I thought about it because when I astral projected, I had these vibrations in my body. It was just like woo, these vibrations and stuff. It felt like I was getting shocked by a taser or something, but in my body. When I was walking into my room, and I had like a bachelor pad and stuff like that, and I was walking in my room, and then I walked back and I saw my own body, and I was like, holy shit! I got scared. I couldn't go through the wall, and every time I tried to touch the wall, I felt this electrical shock, but I couldn't even go through it. It was weird. Cause like every time when I was astral projecting, after that, I couldn't go past the wall. It was weird, It was weird. I couldn't go past the wall. It was either I was stuck in the wall or I was down on the floor or something like that. But yeah, I'm just cooking some food right now and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm just trying to. But anyway, so basically, after I astral projected a few times, a few times after I astral projected, and I started going out of body, I was consciously even doing it. I was able to control it at will. Right? So there's a good side of it that you can learn from it, but then there's all the other negative stuff that comes with that as well. Right? There's a negative side of it, and there's a positive side of it. And that's why I'm not going to go um, go sit here and sugarcoat astral projection. It's like, oh, it's fun, to go and try to persuade people into doing it. No, I'm not telling people to do it. I'm telling people to say that it's up to you to decide if you are ready for it. For those people that are seeking to do astral projection, because you have to be ready for that shit. And I don't think half of the people that even want to try to do astral projection is even ready for that shit. Because that fucking shit scared me. I went crazy. I went cuckoo, basically. So I started having sleep paralysis later on. I started having all these dark spirits and trying to pull me out of my body or pull me away from my body. But because I was stronger than those entities, because I was stronger than those entities, they couldn't take my soul, they couldn't take my spirit. And because I was protected, that's why in my past tutorials, I was telling people, even on my group page, I'll link down one of my group page I own in the description down below. That astral projection is very dangerous if you're not careful, because a lot of people don't know what the hell they're doing or what they're getting themselves into, and they think that it's gonna be all like, they just think it's gonna be for them, that they're gonna get all this power and all this gifts. That's what I thought at first. That it's like, oh damn, but it wasn't for me. I found out later that my gift was meant to go and help other people that were going through all these things. That like I thought it was for me, but I found out that, because of another person's soul or spirit, I knew I can trust that person. So now I have to be in that person's life, not even that, or just to stay away from that person, because I didn't want these dark spirits, all these different, entities coming and attacking that person, because that person was a good person and they target those people as well. So I didn't want to let them know certain things, and I didn't want to affect destiny in a way, because a lot of people can affect other people's destiny, right? And we're not supposed to do that in a way, and because I care about people as well. Like I would tell them too, and even if I told them, they'd still call me crazy. Like if I told them that their soul, and they needed to find their soul, like I didn't know how to explain it in a way where it wasn't like offending anybody at the time when I was saying that people lost souls and stuff like that. I didn't mean to say it in a negative way at the time, or not that. I just say that just because people have their souls disconnected doesn't mean they're not a bad person or a nice person or whatever. I was a bad person myself. I did a lot of bad things too, but I got out of it. I didn't fall into those bad energies and stuff like that. I could have gave in and be weak-minded like everybody else, and and let those things control me and stuff like that. So that's where all this comes in. That's where all this question comes in, is if you are going to be prepared to see all this. Because that's what it's going to come down to, is that you got to be prepared to see some crazy shit. It's like a war, and we're not going to go in there with like peace and whatnot. You're in a spiritual war that you probably didn't even know you were in. So for the people that are just living their life normally, it's best not even to know the damn truth or anything like that. It's better just to close your eyes, don't look, don't try to jump in like I did, because that's what I did. And then my life went from here all the way down You know, I went down, man. I went to homelessness. I freaking went down to psych wards. I went into mental health and all that shit. So you gotta ask yourself this question is that, do you really want to do astral projection? Or do you want to sit there and believe half of the people that say, oh, it's positive, oh, it's this, this, that's bullshit, man. They're bullshitting you. You know, like, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that it's all good, because it's not. I know for myself, because I fucking experienced, sorry for my language, but I experienced it for myself to say that it's not all good like they say. Yes, you can learn from it. You can know a lot of the things that you shouldn't even know about, but it's worth it in the end if you can actually freaking survive and not die and go through all this hell and suffering and shit. The strong ones survive from all that knowing it's not gonna be all peaceful and stuff like that. And you're gonna know things that a lot of people are not ready for. And a lot of the things you do know now, for the people that have astral projection, I suggest to keep it to yourself, because you don't want to hurt other people and put other people's lives in jeopardy. Because they're not ready. They're gonna hurt people, telling them a lot of things that they don't know about. That it might hurt them because they're not ready. You know, like it even hurt me to even know about the things that I wasn't prepared for. So because somebody told me this and somebody told me that, now I know, and now my life went down to shit. And that's why I try to be careful on certain things I say. I'm not trying to go into too deep into all the things that I see. I'm just saying that just have caution, you know. But anyways, peace out. Have a good day. Yeah.